Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yuda Prastia, and I will presentation about Love of Medusa by Alan Sixes. First, we talk about feminism. Feminism is a women's movement that expands emancipation or equality and justice for the rights of men and women. Feminism comes from Latin, femina or woman. The term came into use in the 1890s, referring to the theory of the equality of men and women and the movement for women's rights. Next is Helen Sixes, Jewish Algerian French writer, was born on 5 June 1937 in Oran, Algeria. She was a professor, French feminist writer, poet, playwright, philosopher, literary critic, and a rhetorician. Jesus is a feminist essay La Rire de la Méduse, originally written in French in 1975, by translated into English as The Love of Medusa, of the Medusa in 1976 by Kate Cohen and Paula Cohen. The Love of Medusa, Jesus argues that nearly in the entire story of writing is confused with the story of reason. Derrida, following Martin Heidegger, offers a critique of Western metaphysics, arguing that Western thought is based on a series of binary oppositions, like or dark, good or devil, soul or body, life or death, mind or matter, speech or writing, and so on. Basically, Derrida argues Western thought as a special unity, identity, and immediacy or presence above nothingness, or like is presence, darkness is absence. In short, this Jesus extend the argument by focusing on gender, suggesting that implied in any binary opposition is the difference between male or female. This it takes into account in the position of women in Western culture. According to Derrida, such meanings are produced in language. Structural linguistic Ferdinand research argues that the process of signification is characterized by differences. Meaning is produced not into the basis of the sign relationship with. On the other hand, sources argue that the signs or word consists of two parts: the spoken or written word, the signifier, and the mental concept, the signified. Derrida's critique of Western thought then focus on how we tend to stop playing with meaning and arbitrarily prioritize one meaning over other possible meanings. In Love of Medusa, Jesus emphasized that the writing has sustained the opposition between man and woman. In language, woman has been defined as signifier as opposite to man. Jesus as put advocates this construction of the opposition below. If woman always function inside male discourse, a signifier that always refers back into the opposite signifier that destroys specific energy and minerals or surprise that have very different sounds. It is time to get for her to let go of the inside, blow it up, fight it over, snatch it to make it this own, hold it, put in this own mouth, bite the tongue with his own teeth, and create a language for himself. Defined as opposition to men, women have been relegated to a subordinate position in language. Jesus proposed that alternative discursive practice as a means to unsettle an opposition that devalues the feminine. Writing, in this sense, means working between examining the same process with another without which nothing can live. Jesus draw on Derrida certain that Western thought is phallocentric, that binary logic is masculine. Through the transcendental signifier of the phallus, the term linga refers not only the male organ but also the power it is acquired in language and culture. In her analysis of Palocentrism, Sixes also relied on innovation is psychoanalytic theory, but writing to inform women and by taking up the challenge of speaking, women must be break out of the trap of silence. They should not be dragged into accepting a domain that is marking or harm. He advantaged the paradoxical act of making silence speak, facing what has been marginalized and suppressed. Women must be right through their bodies. Women must be right through their bodies. They must create an impenetrable language that will destroy partition, class, and rhetoric rules and codes. They must be drowned by past trends, the ultimate reserve discourse, including those that laugh at the idea at itself. Of the word silence associated with the body feminine character is characterized by its drive and rhythm, flexibility, and fluidity. It will describe female sexuality. It is infinite and moving complex. She argues that the women have to write and speak up, but they do so from a masculine position. To speak, a woman has assumed that she needs a stable and fixed system of meaning. When she speaks of the feminine, it is literally metaphoric, something that's do with the familiarity on the female body, something that is product and linguistic position. She is coining the phrase director's feminine to address an idea of feminine writing. He saw the feminine erect creature that the first phrase possible only in poetry. However, in poetry, language is realist form change as never falling more freely, meaning being less fixed. The subconscious that thus with the has been repressed into a female body of female sexuality. This is one of the models she used to describe the feminine erotic creature looks like. However, it should be not that alpoch and wider feminine which Jesus meant specifically is male. There are two levels at which feminine creature can change. At the level one, the individual woman must write herself, must find out herself what her body feels like and how to write about her body in language. In particular, women have to find their own sexuality as sexuality that's one rooted in their own bodies and find out right about the pleasure, that joy. At the second level, the women speak or write their own bodies. The structure of the language itself will change. When women become active subjects, not just creators, and will that upon passively in their position as subject in language will shift. Women who write not only reproduce that trick system that extracting stable regular meaning will create a new significant system. Jesus saying that it will be disconstructive for us remove smallest or binary structural opposition when this happens. Jesus the Greek myth of monster Medusa was been despite its a fierce, ugly woman, Lord Greek and a snake instead of hers on her head to argue that this narrative of Medusa have been distorted by partial men to divide woman, pitch woman that has been desired as dangerous and ugly, contracted to a beautiful, loyal, and virgin princess that is adored by them. Jesus critics this nation where the women are either portrayed as the monster like Medusa or as an unexpected abyss. And Jesus used the metaphor of the love of Medusa as a tolerate to reject the very idea of truth binaries that is deeply ingrained in Western patriarchal thoughts, as they say that you only have to look at the Medusa strike on to see her, and she's not deadly. She's beautiful and she's looking. This love, as explained is about, is this love of a rebellious woman against male tyranny and any form whatsoever. For Jesus, the goal of this feminine writing that she won woman to write with full vigor and freedom is to smash everything, to shatter the framework of institution, to blow up the law, to pick up the truth, and that to weigh as manifest in the version of Medusa with the latter. The primary focus of Caesar is writing on the female body and its part, which woman must be right herself and must put herself into text as into the world, into history by her own movement. She further reiterates her point by saying to woman, write yourself, your body must be heard. And that's it for my presentations of Love of Medusa by Alan Jesus. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.